This is the College Board SAT Practice Test 1. We're going to look at the section 3, which is the portion that does not allow the use of a calculator. Question number 1, it says, if x minus 1 divided by 3 is equal to k and k is equal to 3, what is the value of x? Now, the way to do that is we rewrite this as x minus 1 over 3 equal to 3. We can rewrite both sides as fractions, and so we have it this way, where we have 3 over 1, and then we can have a cross product here, so that gives us 1 x minus 1 equal to 3 times 3. So x minus 1 equal to 9, and so we add 1 to both sides of the equation, so x equal to 10. So our answer there is D. Number 2, it says I is equal to the square root of negative 1. What is the sum of 7 plus 3i plus negative 8 plus 9i? So we just put a 1 out and 1 on the left side of the parenthesis, each of the parentheses, and then let's distribute 1. So we have 7 plus 3i minus 8 plus 9i. Let's group common terms together. We have 7 minus 8 plus 3i plus 9i, and then we have negative 1 plus 12i. So we have A for our answer. Number 3, we're told on Saturday afternoon, Amand sent M text messages each hour for 5 hours, and Tyrone sent P text messages each hour for 4 hours. Which of the following represents the total number of messages sent by Amand and Tyrone? So let's look at Amand first. Amand, he sent M text messages per hour, and then he does that for 5 hours. So we have 5 times M, which is 5M. And then we have Tyrone. Tyrone sent P messages every hour for 4 hours. So Tyrone sends 4 times P, which is 4P messages on Saturday. So let's see how many do they send together. So it's going to be 5M plus 4P. 5M plus 4P. Number 4, Kathy is a repair technician for a phone company. Each week she receives a batch of phones that need repairs. The number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each day can be estimated by the equation P is equal to 108 minus 23D, where P is the number of phones left over and D is the number of days she has worked that week. What is the meaning of the value 108 in this equation? So P is the number of phones. P is the number of phones left, okay? Phones left over. And D is the number of days she worked. So what would 108 represent? We can look at it in several ways. First of all, let's try this approach of having P plus 23D equal to 108. So this is the number of phones left over plus the number of days she worked multiplied by 23. So that gives us 108. So that's one approach, and we can see that the number of phones left over plus the number of phones she already repaired gives you how many phones she started the week with. So that is what 108 represents, because if you start the week with 108 phones and you have a subtraction of 23 multiplied by the number of days, then the P here would represent the number of phones you have left over after the work week has been completed. So therefore, 108 represents the value you started off with. Or we can look at it as the y-intercept. If you haven't worked at all, that's the number of phones you have left over. Number 5. So we're going to simplify this. So we have x squared y minus 3y squared plus 5xy squared. This in parentheses, minus, and then we have minus x squared y plus 3xy squared minus 3y squared. To make this easy to distribute, I'm just going to put a 1 out here. So there's also a 1 out here. So we distribute the 1 into this parenthesis. So we have x squared y minus 3y squared plus 5xy squared. Then we have minus 1 distributed into this whole expression. We have plus x squared y minus 3xy squared plus 3y squared. Now let's group common terms. So we have x squared y, we have x squared y here, and then we have another one here, plus x squared y. Then we have minus 3y squared here, 3y squared, and then we have plus 3y squared, and then we have 5xy squared plus 5xy squared, and then minus 3xy squared. So now we have grouped common terms. So this is going to give us 2x squared y minus 3y squared plus 3y squared. That should cross out, give us 0, plus 2xy squared. So the answer is C.